they support so many great initiatives for the Rochester business community. And, I'm personally a member of the chamber because I have enjoyed getting to know people, but I've also become more actively involved in the political aspect of the Rochester community and really what that means for my business. So I did originally sat on the Political Action Committee, or we call it the PAC Committee, and now I actually sit on the Chamber Board. So I was glad to be able to join the board as a member. They have so many different aspects. Last night I was at a Rochester Women's Council event sponsored by the Chamber. Beyond the advocation they do for businesses, which is fantastic. There's the HR benefits, and we have used the HR in the past in order to help find employees or source employees, as well as there's a group or organization that my company is personally involved in called the Food and Beverage Consortium, and that is a group that started with the chamber getting involved and helping to advocate for all of the local business F&B companies to get together, and often they'll have people from the chamber come and talk to us about important issues that could be affecting our businesses as it relates to employment or staffing needs, things along those lines. So that's been really helpful. And then networking opportunities. It's always great to meet new people and to be able to explain what you do, what your business is, or and to hear other people and what about their business and what they're doing, and if there are opportunities for us to be able to collaborate together and work together. So that's one of the biggest parts of the chamber is support the businesses that are in your community and be able to work together successfully. So as one, we don't have a large voice, but as many, we really do. And the chamber has worked hard to make sure that what is important to business owners is heard to the politicians and to their constituents, and said, here's what's important to the business community in Rochester, and here's why it's important. And if you look to pass this certain legislation, and I know one of them recently was a 4-hour call-in wage, that could have a lot of negative effects on the business community and trying to manage your employees and work with staff. You think about those things in various different ways, and it can be a challenge. And the chamber is there to be able to support the businesses that support the community that employ a lot of amazing, great people in the city of Rochester. So we're really great businesses, and we want to do really great things. Having that political aspect, has been important, and it's opened my eyes up to why I should be involved in understanding our local politics and our state politics. So as a member of the Rochester business community, the chamber has been really beneficial to us. Most recently, we are looking to make an expansion for our business, currently looking at the space we're in right now. And I had reached out to Bob Duffy and the staff over the chamber, and I said, help. I want to work to be able to get all these really great people to come to my business. And he said, no problem. He said, I will help to get people from the county, the city, the state representatives, other people from the chamber to be able to be present to come to Zweigles and hear, what you're looking to do for your expansion and what is it that the Rochester community can do for Zweigles in order to be able to help. And it was extremely seamless. They did all the behind the scenes work. All I had to do was provide, the presentation and ability to, hey, we'll gladly to give you a tour of the facility and explain where we're going, what our needs are. And, they were right there to support us. And Bob Duffy was front and center in the presentation. I mean, he's there. He's right there. So I'm out in the Rochester community, and I'm trying to explain to people the importance of joining the Rochester Chamber of Commerce. I always lead with certain benefits that we have enjoyed with the chamber, but I want to find out why is it they're not a current member of the chamber? What is it that, would make them want to become a member? And so I have to dig a little bit, ask some clarifying questions, but ultimately, I want to reinforce the great opportunities the chamber has provided. So, whether it be their needs for staffing, or if it's as simple as, they need background checks done. Maybe they need support in healthcare. most of my conversations recently have been specifically about how aggressive and how aggressive and how politically supportive the chamber has been to the Rochester business community, and truly listening to the needs of what the businesses in Rochester need. And that's really been at the core of what I've been discussing with some of the people that aren't members. I did have a recent conversation with someone who was in my Vistage group, and I'm like, what do you mean you're not a member of the chamber? You need to join. And he was saying, there's this bill that was coming through, and he was really concerned about it. And I said, well, if you contacted somebody at your Rochester Chamber of Commerce, they said they can help you. I said, but they need to know that you're out there, and if they don't hear from you and they don't hear your voice, then they don't know, who they're fighting for. They don't know how many people in your business that this legislation could affect. And if it's 300, 400 people, that's a lot of people, and you need to make sure your voice is heard. So we had a follow-up conversation. He said, I think I'll be joining the chamber. And I said, I hope you do. And tell them that I referred you, by the way. So, but that's one reason. There's great networking opportunities. So I've enjoyed meeting so many amazing people. But I know they have a lot of breakfasts and opportunities such as that. Some of which I can't personally attend, but there are opportunities for every single business to be able to interact with the chamber, and and they're really listening to what the Rochester business community is looking for in a chamber. That is what I've found most recently. It's not just about here's what the chamber is and here's what the chamber can do for you. It's really, what does the business community need in Rochester, and what can the chamber do to be able to support the business community of Rochester?